Good day, everyone. My name is Victoria Ode, and today I'll be talking about starting and finishing well. Starting and finishing well, because it is possible to start well and not finish well. There are different seasons in life, and in each of those seasons, we need to continuously examine our lives that we are in alignment with God's purpose so that we can start well and finish well. I'll be talking about the life of Rebecca. When we were introduced to her in Genesis chapter 24, she was in the season of being a single lady. And when she was a single lady, we got to know that she is hospitable. Yes, when we were introduced to her in Genesis 24, when Eliezer, Abraham's servant, went to seek for a wife for Isaac, she volunteered to give Eliezer water and to water his camels. So she was hospitable. But then, okay, yes, the second stage of her life as a wife, in that same Genesis 25, towards the end, I think verse 20 and 67 upward, we got to know that she was a peaceable woman. We read that she gave Isaac comfort after the death of his mother. So she must have been a peaceful person to have given her husband comfort. So yes, that's second stage of her life. That stage of her life, she was still very good. Being peaceful, bringing comfort is a good thing. But then, by the time we read about her in Genesis 25 as a mother, she got to notice some bad traits. She practiced favoritism, she practiced manipulation, yeah, and deceit. Because at that stage, she favored Jacob above Esau. She wanted Jacob to get the blessings meant for Esau. And then she planned with Jacob to deceive her husband. And then even towards the end, when I think the next chapter, when she noticed that Esau, okay, in verse 20, chapter 27, when she noticed that Esau might kill Jacob, she wanted she wanted Jacob to go to her brother's place and to convince Isaac. She needed to deceive him. She needed to tell him that she wanted Jacob to go to her brother's place so that he can get the wife. This is somebody that was hospitable as a single lady, that was peaceful as a wife. In fact, even as a wife, she had a good relationship with God, because when the babies in her stomach were struggling, we read that she inquired of the Lord. So she had a good relationship with God. This is somebody that had good traits at different seasons of her life. But towards the end of her life, she will notice those bad traits. And they had consequences. We didn't read that she saw her favorite son before she died again. And she had to live with the wives of Esau, which we read that were grief to her heart. So it is possible to start well. It is possible to continue well, but and then not still finish well. So at every stage of our life, we need to keep examining ourselves. Am I on the right track? Am I still with God? And we need to make amendments where there is need. The fact that I have been saved from a child, the fact that I have been studying my Bible, I have been praying, does not mean that I should slack that up. I should relax. I feel like, yeah, I'm getting to heaven. I'm finishing well. So we need to continually examine ourselves. Thank you very much. Till the next time I come your way. I'm Victoria Ode. Thank you.